What are the most common money mistakes that middle-class people need to avoid throughout their lives? Now, the question is what you should do instead. Here is a list of our top 10 suggestions for how middle-class people can avoid falling into common financial traps. Most people find it hard to get their finances under control because it is so easy to run up more charges on a credit card, and it can be very hard to get back on track if you already feel like you are fighting an uphill battle. In this video, we'll talk about the most common money mistakes that people in the middle class make. Our goal is to help you see these traps and get out of them as soon as possible so you can get your finances back under control. And while you're doing that, don't forget to tell us in the comments what you do every day to avoid falling into money traps so that we can learn from you. It's always interesting to hear about how other people handle their money, and your opinion could help other people figure out how to get their finances under control on their own. No money down plans. Don't use the no money down plans to buy things because you will have to pay off the item in rates after you've bought it. This will mess up your monthly cash flow, and as you keep buying more and more, you'll start paying your creditors before you pay yourself. This will happen if you keep spending more and more. Instead, you should put some money away in a savings account and then, when you have enough, put down the full amount on the thing you want to buy. Leasing a car. Even if you like your car a lot, you might want something else when you see your new friend's car or your neighbor's car with all the latest features. Then it might be hard to avoid the feeling that you want what they want. But since you don't have enough money to buy it outright, you decide to lease it instead. You know you have enough money to pay the monthly lease payment, so you go with this option. Leasing, on the other hand, is the most expensive way to get behind the wheel. Instead, save that money and buy a new car when you can afford to. Playing the lottery. Everyone dreams that they will be a billionaire when they wake up one morning. But instead of putting in the work needed, many people are willing to pay for the chance to win a big sum. Even though the price of the tickets might not be very high, the chances of you being the lucky winner are very small. If you want to become a billionaire, you shouldn't spend money on a ticket to a dream. Instead, you should start working toward that goal and take small steps along the way. It will be much more likely to work. Subscriptions. Be careful with free trials, because some of them will sign you up for the paid service when the trial is over. It can be a good way to test a service, but if you do it a lot and forget that you signed up for a lot of things, it can also be a bad way to test a service. After that, they will keep taking money from your bank account every month. Remember to check how much the free trials cost and how to cancel them. If there's something you're not using anymore, cancel it so you don't have to pay for it in the future. Investment scams. Many people are happy to give advice on how to invest, and some of them will even promise you that you will get rich quickly. They will play on your fear that you will miss out on a great chance and make you feel like you have to act right away. Just remember that you can't get rich overnight, and anyone who tries to tell you otherwise is only looking to scam you and take your money. There is no way to get a high return without taking any risks. To get rich, you will need to put in a lot of hard work over a long period of time. Credit cards. When you use a credit card, don't buy things that are too expensive for you. If this is your first time getting into credit card debt, it may be hard to get out of it. Using credit cards to get points and improve your credit score can be a smart move, but you need to do it the right way by making sure you have enough money to pay off your monthly credit card payment. The price of living is high. When you start making more money, it's important to keep your lifestyle from getting so expensive that you can spend it all. If you get a raise in pay and immediately start spending more than you did before, you won't have any room in your budget to save or invest. It's better if your spending is less than your income rather than the same as it. Instead, when you get a pay raise, then you should make it a habit to save and invest some of it every month. Having many meals away from home. Think about how much money you spend on food every day. Most of the time, eating out at restaurants several times a week is much more expensive than cooking meals at home every day. But many people are used to eating out often and don't think much about how much it costs because it's easier and more fun. It's fine to celebrate special events, but you should try to keep the amount in check. Keeping bad debt. Bad debt is when you borrow money to buy assets whose value goes down after you buy them. Most of the time, you borrow money by using a credit card, getting a personal loan, getting a payday loan, or financing your car. But you can't let this trick work on you. If you have a lot of nice things but a lot of money to pay for them, it might look like you have everything under control. If this happens, you might lose all of your money and have to find a way to bring in more money every month to pay your bills. This will make your daily life harder. Buying too much real estate too fast. Since you'll have to make big mortgage payments every month, you might feel like your money doesn't go as far as it used to. For many people who are buying their first home, the process can become very scary very quickly. You don't have to buy your dream home right away. Instead, you can start by buying a less expensive home so you can save money, which you can then use to build up to a bigger one in the future. You should only buy a home if it meets all of your needs, could help you build equity, and would allow you to put off buying your ideal home until later. Stop today with the money traps. Do you do any of the 10 things that can cost you money? If so, are there any that you'd like to stop doing? If you start to take charge of your money, you will find that you have more energy every day. This is because you won't have to worry as much about how you'll be able to pay for things and how you'll be able to pay your bills every month. If you start to get a better handle on your money, you'll start to notice that you have more energy every day. Your life will be much happier as a result, and you will see how important even the smallest things are. Most of the time, what makes us happy is not the things or services themselves, but the people with whom we share them. So, you may get a lot of pleasure from events that don't cost a lot of money if all you have to do is share them with someone you care about. But if you don't have a lot of energy because of your money, it can quickly cast a shadow over your daily life and make it hard to see opportunities that are right in front of you. If you are interested in more topics like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you will be notified when we release a new video which might help you on your journey.